Mamelodi Sundowns head coach Miguel Cardoso has made it clear that his side will approach their CAF Champions League quarterfinal second leg against Esperanza de Tunis with a winning mentality rather than settling for a draw. The Brazilians take a slender 1-0 advantage into next Tuesday's clash. Thanks to Peter Shalulu's decisive goal in the first leg at Loftus Versfeld. However, Cardoso insists his team cannot afford to be complacent against a side as tactically astute as Esperance. Last year, Sundowns were held to a goalless draw at home by Esperance in the semi-final before eventually losing 2-0 on aggregate under then coach Rolando Mokoena. Cardoso, who masterminded the Esperance victory, is now on the opposite bench, tasked with ensuring Sundowns do not suffer the same fate. He said, "We cannot go to Tunis thinking a draw is enough. Playing for a draw will be naive, and against a clever team like Esperance, one mistake can undo all our hard work." The coach emphasized that while bravery is key, intelligence in both attack and defense will be the deciding factor. The Tunisian Giants are known for their disciplined approach and ability to stifle opponents, as they demonstrated in Pretoria with their passionate home crowd behind them. Esperance will be even more formidable in the return leg. Cardoso said, "Champions are brave, we will be in the match. If we allow the crowd and the occasion to make us feel small, we will struggle." The coach remains optimistic that Sundowns' improved approach and one goal cushion will make a difference, and said, "Last year we went there with a 0-0 result. This time we have a lead, and that changes everything." With the tie finally poised, Sundowns will need the perfect blend of courage and composure to secure their spot in the semi-finals. Meanwhile, hundreds of Esperance supporters were injured during a squabble with the section of Mamelodi Sundowns fans after Tuesday's CAF Champions League quarterfinal clash. Sundowns won the match 1-0 victory courtesy of Peter Shalul's second half strike to take advantage of the return leg next Tuesday in Tunisia. However, the victory was overshadowed by violent clashes between the supporters after the Esperance fans started the fight immediately after the final whistle. Fans were seen attacking each other and causing infrastructure damage as Esperance fans targeted the Sundown supporters. This resulted in some of supporters suffering injuries during the squabbles, where the police and security officials had their work cut out trying to stop the fight. As a result, this saw some Esperance fans getting into the field and waiting to be escorted outside the venue by the police, fearing the Sundowns fans would retaliate again. Esperance fans were seen breaking down barriers and initiating the event after the match. The injured fans were also walking towards the changing room during the mixed zone with the media, where they were treated for their injuries by medical doctors. During the fight, one Sundowns supporter was seen helping one of the Esperance fans who almost fell from the grandstand at the stadium. A Mamelodi Sundowns diehard supporter, Sipho Nguna, explained what led to the violence at Loftus Versfeld in the match against Esperance. Nguna stated that it was the visitors who instigated the conflict after they were unable to accept defeat, and said, "I was there at Loftus Stadium and I saw everything. The Esperance crowd are the ones who started throwing cups, bottles, and firecrackers at the Sundown supporters." He further said that, "We tried to tell them to stop what they were doing, but supporters from North African countries often struggle to accept defeat. By acting the way they did yesterday, they were attempting to intimidate us and disrupt our travel plans to Tunisia. Every time a Southern African Development Community team goes to North Africa, we face into situation. It all started immediately after we scored the goal when they began throwing the bottles and cups they were drinking from. I wanted to go to Tunisia for the second leg to support Sundowns, but after witnessing what happened at Loftus yesterday, I'm not going to take that chance. My plan was to book a flight ticket today so that I could fly to Tunisia on Sunday, but now I've cancelled all those arrangements." Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more sports news.